We stand at a critical moment in Earth's history. A time when humanity must choose its future. As the world becomes increasingly interdependent and fragile, the future at once holds great peril, but also great promise. To move forward, we must recognize that in the midst of a magnificent diversity of cultures and life forms, yes, we are one human family and one Earth community with a common destiny. We must join together to bring forth a sustainable global society founded on respect for nature, the universal human rights, economic justice, and a culture of peace. Towards this end, it is imperative that we, the peoples of Earth, declare our responsibility to one another, to the greater community of life, and to future generations. Hello everyone, how are you? I am Ricardo Fraguas, and I'm very, very pleased to be here with you today. Thanks to Julie Cabanis and to John Cabanis that have given me this opportunity to join this fantastic community and family of yours. I wanted to start our chat today. Remember the words of the Earth Charter of the United Nations that said it very clear. We can concentrate in what is really important. We have the privilege to concentrate in what is really important. At least those of us that are not escaping from extreme poverty or extreme violence. In this sense, before we start, I would like you to join me for a minute, concentrating our minds, particularly in these people of our family that are suffering this extreme poverty and are trying also to escape from extreme violence. Still, many of us that don't have the privilege to exercise the human rights. Today, I am going to try to share with you some words of hope. First of all, to try to think, to slow down, to pace, slow pace for a moment, to think who we are and where we are. Trying to get a bit of perspective, we are traveling around the universe in this magnificent world of ours that it is our responsibility, as the words of the Earth Charter tell us, to take care of, take advantage of it, to enjoy it in the present and also for the future generations. As Carl Sagan said, we are that strange pale blue dot in the universe, in the solar system. We're traveling with it around the galaxy and with the galaxy around in the universe. And science tells us that apparently we don't know that there is life and life as we know it anywhere else so far. So this must mean something. Many times we listen and we hear the word, and we use the word sustainability. I would like to share with you that sustainability, if something, it is an act of generosity. It is an act of love. It's thinking about others. Using and preserving our beautiful natural resources to cope with the needs of the present without compromising that the future generations can also do the same. But it is much more. It is much more. It is also taking care that everyone of our family is okay. As it happens in our own families, the first thing we do when we wake up in the morning is to check that everybody is okay. As I told you, I want to share a message and words of hope to recognize the very recent but tremendous achievements of our human civilization, which are the recognition of the human rights. Finally, after thousands and thousands and thousands of years of the humans on Earth, we have recognized only 75 years ago that we all are born equal, no matter our gender, no matter the color of our skin or our thoughts, and that we all have right to have life with to enjoy life with dignity, to have access to health care, access to knowledge and education, and to a decent job as well, and to move and express freely and have a home. In many territories we have conquered that we can enjoy and exercise these human rights, but there are still many people that cannot do it. Only 75 years ago we came together, something that is still we can think that it is a miracle, to join together to stop killing each other as we've been doing during all history of humankind, but tremendously during the last century with the First World War, the Second World War. More than 200 million people died. The horrible Holocaust, genocide of our sisters and brothers of the Jew family, and the horrible advent of the massive destructive weapons. And we came together and built the United Nations to bring peace to everyone, and to try that everyone can also exercise the human rights. And that is linked to what we know now and we call the Sustainable Development Goals, which is nothing but take care that everyone, every single member of the human family can exercise the human rights. So we have to eradicate poverty. We can do it. We know that we have the technology and the resources to do it. And as we have done it in many territories, and also to put things in perspective, it happened in the United States, and it happened in Europe, in other many territories. Not only 50 years ago, most of the populations we lived under extreme poverty, and we couldn't exercise those human rights. But we eradicated extreme poverty in these territories, and we know that we can do it everywhere. So the first one and the most important of the Sustainable Development Goals that we have agreed that we can achieve before 2030, if we want, is the eradication of extreme poverty. And the other one is to get rid of the dependency of the massive burning of fossil fuels that we know, and we know it for long, but now we recognize it now. This massive burning of fossil fuels is killing people one at a time in our cities because of the deterioration of the air quality, and it is killing life on Earth because of the excess of the CO2 that we throw to the atmosphere. it is fantastic. We also know that we can do it before 2030, that all the needs of humankind, all the needs of energy of the humankind can come from renewable sources. We can use this fantastic solar radiation and the wind and the movement of water to create all the energy we need also for our transport. In this sense, I'd like you to really concentrate in what you can do, in what we can do, that we can decide what to do with our lives, that we are not escaping from extreme poverty or extreme violence. So we are in the right path. Very, very important achievements, recent achievements, the recognition of human rights and the foundation of the United Nations, and the recognition of the respect for nature, that really make us to enter in this possibility of really advanced civilization. Let us be smart. Let us then, to be smart, be humble, recognize where do we come from. Only 50 years ago in the United States and also in Europe, the majority of the population lived under extreme poverty and couldn't exercise the human rights. And look where we are now in these territories with all the towns, and you know it very well also in the United States. But we can keep on going and step forward in these very difficult times. This is my message of hope. If anybody of you knows something beyond love that really transcends time and space and is not love, please let me know and let us know. And for the moment, I wish you love and sustainability, because sustainability is love. And I wish you a very happy and sustainable life. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Take care.